So all of my appointments went fine this morning. However, I had to come home and take a nap because I'm not sleeping very well. I keep having real-time nightmares because of my ex's friend following me yesterday. I have a lot of trauma with being stalked online, a lot of trauma from it. That I was almost over. I was almost over it. After 3 years of working on it, I was almost over it. And it opened that floodgate again. And I tried to tell myself that it didn't bother me and that it doesn't bother me. And I don't feel like it does. But my brain is saying, you're fucking lying to yourself. You're lying to yourself. It does bother you. I keep having real-time nightmares about it. And it's just not something how do you describe it? I have had issues with local guys stalking me online, and I know that it's him following me because he's just some, like, weirdo that doesn't have ill intention. He's just looking for something to, gossip about with his friends that used to be my friends. Is not the same as someone maliciously stalking me in hopes to get me to send them pictures or videos of myself. I know that that's not the same thing, but it also put it in perspective for me that I'm being watched wherever I am, and people with ill intention see me and will find me if they want to, because my name is not on my Instagram. My name is not on my Instagram. I think that's what it was. It wasn't the intention behind him following me being, malicious in the sense of I'm gonna get her to do this so I can post these things online. It's his was just stupid. His was just, I'm gonna follow her so when we're all sitting around drinking, I can pull out my phone and be like, hey, have you seen Shay recently? You know what I mean? That was his. His wasn't, I'm gonna talk to her and try to get her to send pictures to me so I can post them online for other people to see. His wasn't that, but that's what my PTSD is about. And him following me, him adding me, made me hyper aware of being watched in public, which is PTSD. I have to remind myself that I'm safe, I'm okay. Intrusive thoughts do not manifest themselves, and that I can't let fear run my life. Is anybody else that has dealt with this swing wildly between feeling empowered and feeling weak? Like, part of me is like, you're fucking pathetic. You're pathetic. You're pathetic. And then part of me is like, I feel like a fucking piece of meat. I feel like a fucking piece of meat. Like a worthless piece of fucking meat. Like a puppet. Like I'm not a human. And then the other part of me is like, fuck you, you're fucking pathetic. You're fucking pathetic. You're pathetic. You're pathetic. I'm gonna see if Mr. E wants to walk down the street to the park with me. It's a park. Quote unquote park. It's literally just a giant empty field. And they label it a park. But I want to go see if he wants to run around the giant empty field with me. Because I'm not going to feed my fear by staying in my house. I'm not going to feed my fear by not walking down the street. I think the worst possible thing I could do is allow fear to control me. And while I don't feel like a big brave dog right now, I have to force myself to. So I'm going to. I also need to remind myself that I didn't do anything wrong and that he is absolutely embarrassed of the fact that he knows that I blocked him, and that this will not, I want to stop the spiraling. I want to stop the spiraling. He did not follow me for malicious intent. He followed me for childish intent. And I don't want this to spiral into me completely losing all the progress that I have made over the last couple of years with everything else. So we're gonna fucking do it. And for anybody sitting there like, what does one thing have to do with another? Trust me, bitch. Trust me, bitch. If I could fucking choose to not have to deal with this, I wouldn't. It's really unfortunate what our brains decide to latch on to. Oh my gosh, I look like I've been through it. It's because I've been sitting on my couch for an hour looking at my phone and eating soft tacos. So apparently that does a number on your wig. I currently have a giant pot of water boiling because I'm going to try this wig refreshing hack, if that's what it's called, that was left in my comments by Color Brights. Where you boil water and you use conditioner and fabric softener and what the fuck is wrong with me? Where you use fabric softener and conditioner and boiling water to refresh your wigs. And I decided today we're gonna try to salvage my blue wig. I love my blue wig, but because it's like so long and fluffy, it got tangled like super fucking fast. So it's in severe need of being brushed and washed. And I hate washing wigs. I hate washing wigs. But I not only like to save money, I need to save money. I don't know if we're supposed to brush this before it goes in. I know, well, I think I'm like 99.99999% positive. It says let the wig sit for 10 minutes, brush it out, and let it air dry. Okay, so I know that we're supposed to brush it after it soaks, but I am also going to brush it before it soaks. And we're not going to be able to see like how it turns out until tomorrow because it has to dry, and that's definitely going to take overnight. But I'm probably going to have to cut it. I'm probably going to have to give this bitch a haircut. And honestly, Epps and I just went through my wigs, and we threw out a bunch that were like absolutely unsalvageable. They were completely and totally unusable. So this is definitely not the worst wig I've ever seen in my life, but it's not the best either. And yeah, I don't know. I might end up having to cut a lot of it off as well. It's not that bad, but it's also not fucking ideal either. I think the hardest part about all this is going to be like taking it out of the water while it's like sopping wet and like not burning the shit out of myself. I think that's going to be the funnest part. The shit we do for beauty. Am I fucking right? I really love the red wig that I got a couple of weeks ago. But I feel like I just don't look correct in it unless I have like a full face of makeup on. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like it just doesn't look right on me. And I'm not saying that red hair doesn't look right on everyone without a full face of makeup. I'm saying on me. I'm saying on me. It just doesn't look correct unless I'm like, you know, full fucking like face of makeup, dressed to the nines. It just looks out of place on me. And I know that that could be because I'm just not used to myself with red hair. But because, you know, I've been depressed and I've been dealing with a lot with my medications and my health and stuff, I haven't been wearing like full faces of makeup as much as I normally do. And so I just haven't been wearing it. It's just kind of been sitting in my bedroom collecting dust for a couple of weeks, honestly. It's been a while. It's been a while since I've even so much as picked it up. I love blue though. Blue has always been my go-to hair color for probably the last 20 years or so. Like when, you know how like a lot of people like in doubt go to black box dye. And in the past when I would dye my hair a lot in doubt, I would just go to blue. And I think it's because blue is one of those colors that once that bitch is in, she's not coming out. She's not coming out. But I love blue and I feel comfortable in it, in anything that I wear. I feel comfortable in it, you know, in pajamas. I feel comfortable in it in a nice dress. I just haven't gotten there quite yet with red. It's kind of like how I feel about green hair. Like I have this really pretty green wig. I don't think you guys have seen it. Maybe you have. Maybe you have. I've posted a lot of videos. But when I wear it, it's so jarring to me. And the way that I would describe this green is like a Beetlejuice green. And I don't know how else to describe it than that. It's like a Beetlejuice green. But it's so jarring for me to see myself with green hair that I'm not like comfortable with it all the time. And I'm not one of those people that can sacrifice, you know, being comfortable for the sake of looking cute. I know. I love this wig brush more than I've ever loved any wig brush I've ever had. I like it more than any metal wig brush I've ever had, and it's literally fucking plastic. And I got it with my red wig. I love it so fucking much. And I'm wondering, because I know on their Amazon store they don't sell these by themselves. I'm wondering if on their website they do, because I want a lot of them. I love them so much. It's by the brand I'm Style. So the way that I did this, and I have no idea if it's correct, is I rapid boiled it and I put the conditioner and the fabric softener in it. And yeah, my house smells really good because of it. All right, this is the part. I'm not as nervous about putting it in as I am about taking it out. Actually, let's get our timer ready. I'm really nervous I'm like nervous. I'm not nervous, but I am nervous. I'm nervous about ruining my pet, but also not nervous about. So we're just going to plop it in there. Hi, Mr. D. Hold on. This is very hot, so stay back. Oh, it's just melting.
Why did you
Ow!
Why did you put your wig in a boiling pot?
We're making wig soup. Do you want some?
No, it sounds disgusting.
It sounds disgusting. I gotta say, holding a pasta strainer under my wig to make sure it didn't fall out into the sink was a very unique and first time experience for me. I was very, very interested to see if I had ruined my little $20 pot. Well, it itself was not $20. That's fucking expensive. It was like in a like $20 12-piece set from Walmart, and like half the sets were the lids. I gotta say, my biggest fear was that I was gonna dump it out and it was gonna be like melted to the pot, like the plastic hair was going to had melted to the pot. I'm not looking forward to getting it into a position to brush it out. It's a steamy wig. It's a steamy wig. I asked Mr. D if he wanted a taste, and he asked what it was, and I said it was hair conditioner, fabric softener, and plastic hair, and he said no thank you. I don't understand why. It sounds so fucking awful. I'm trying to figure out where I'm going to put this for the night, because if I leave it down here, my cats will sleep on it. My cats will make a bed out of it. They don't care that it's wet. They will literally lay on it because that's just what they do. Any flat surface that might be mildly fluffy, they're going to make a fucking bed out of it. So, I maybe might put it in my bathroom for the night, like lay it on a shelf. And just, we'll have to check on it in the morning and see what happens. I put the wig in my shower. We will see how many times tonight I wake up to pee, and it scares the shit out of me. It's like whenever I hung my fluffy jacket on the back of my chair in my room, and I kept waking up and thinking it was a demon. So we'll see where that's at tomorrow. I will see you guys later because it's too late to keep vlogging. It's 9:15. Bye.